Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to this episode of Wrestle Talk with Bear and BDuB. This is another edition of BDub's Thoughts, and on today's show, what I'll be doing for the next upcoming days is reviewing each and every WrestleMania. Some of you have seen that I've reviewed 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Now, I did 1 and 2, but there were some technical difficulties, so I'm going to go ahead and review those WrestleManias again. But I promise you, before the week is up, before Sunday gets here, you will be done seeing each and every review of a WrestleMania. Now, let's go ahead. WrestleMania 1, March 31st, 1985. For the first two, I wasn't born yet, so I had to go back and look at the DVDs. As you can see, I'm a proud owner of WrestleMania The Legacy. I have all 4 volumes, and then I have the rest of them on DVD. So, I've been sitting back looking at WrestleManias for the past few weeks, actually, leading up to this big event. Everybody knows this is my favorite pay-per-view of the year. So, with that being said, WrestleMania 1 had a very interesting start, having Mean Gene Okerlund kick off the greatest spectacle with the national anthem. Those you do know that from then on it was celebrities that would partake in that, or with the 1 year Lillian Garcia did it. But I thought this was a good WrestleMania. Vince McMahon definitely had to put all his put all his investment, and if this didn't work, then the company probably would have been out of business. So I felt that this was a good WrestleMania. First match. So back in '99, my grandmother purchased a magazine for me, and in that magazine it had 1 through 14, and it ranked each and every WrestleMania match. I'm gonna make sure I get that magazine out before I finish reviewing all of them. And each and every WrestleMania match, they indicated that the worst WrestleMania match was Tito Santana versus the Executioner. I didn't agree with that. I felt like it was inaccurate. So, with that being said, I thought it was a decent match. I mean, it wasn't nothing to write home about, but it was a good start to kick off what would become the greatest spectacle in sports entertainment. So, as I said, WrestleMania 1 started off with that. Another match that I felt was very interesting was Matt Bourne versus Ricky Steamboat. Those of you who don't know, Matt Bourne was doing the Clown 8 years later, at WrestleMania 9. Another match, very interesting. David Sammartino taking on Brutus Beefcake. The match was good, but Beefcake was a good worker in the ring. But seeing David come out there, and he had his father Bruno with him, and those who know wrestling, my big fans like my cousin Addis and his good friend of his Freddie Jones, those guys know that Bruno was the king of New York. And when he came out there, that pop that was out there, I tell you, it was a good WrestleMania. Another good match, I thought, Greg the Hammer Valentine versus Junkyard Dog. I would have liked to see Junkyard win the match, but he did win it. He just won by a count out, which he couldn't gain the title. But Junkyard Dog was a household name. Big match of the evening also before the main event was the $15,000 body slam match. Now, Big John Studd going in this match had never been slammed, and Andre the Giant was so confident that he could do so that he put his career on the line. And, the big WrestleMania moment in this one was him slamming Big John Studd and then getting Andre slamming Big John Studd and then walking out with the money. So, this, like I said, this was a big match. It was very interesting. You see Bobby Heenan taking the money, and as Andre the Giant was getting ready to throw the money to the crowd. So it was just Heenan going to show you the type of weasel he is. And then the main event, Hogan and Mr. T versus Rowdy Piper and Paul Orndorff. I mean, can't explain it no better. It was it was what WrestleMania was advertised as, a star-filled event. It was advertised as where Hollywood and sports and entertainment comes together, and this is what made it the greatest spectacle in sports entertainment. Key WrestleMania moment, of course, Hogan and Mr. T. Hogan coming out doing the sign of the cross, indicating the prayers, and the vitamins. And I thought it was a good match. Good to see Muhammad Ali get in the ring and let you know he wasn't playing no games, as he was the special enforcer. So overall, I thought this was a good WrestleMania. The next review will be WrestleMania II, which I'm for it to be 4 months exactly before I was born. Probably glad I didn't see it. It I'll go into that one on the next episode. Be sure to follow us on Twitter at Bear and BDuB. And make sure you join us on Facebook at Wrestle Talk with Bear and BDuB. And thank you for joining this episode of BDuB Starts. Be sure to tune in to the review of WrestleMania 2.